We're ready.
Home Depot.
True. We ready. We ready. We ready.
Home Depot.
We ready. Home Depot.
Oh, wow.
Never heard of it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning. Morning. Morning cough. I don't think that's what it's called. Mommy. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hope y'all are having an awesome day so far. Hi.
Home Depot.
Well, Mama's going to come today and take somebody to the Home Depot. And boy, is he fired up about that probability. Let's see. Please don't block anybody this morning. Drew, let's not block anybody. How about
Home
that?
Depot.
Let's not block anybody.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. That hair is something else there, friend. How about that? Look, a little alfalfa going on this
Home
morning.
Depot.
Why don't you go watch Sesame Street, the Itsy Bitsy.
Home Depot.
Itsy Bitsy. And then Home Depot, yep, all right. He's going to watch Sesame Street. He'll be back in about 30, 45 seconds. Hey, Mark Demelin, good morning. Mark Kernan, good morning. Dustin Balello, good morning. Adam Penny, Keith Rosenbach, Cassidy Russo, Val Browning. What's up, Val? Good morning. Adam Penny. Val, I'm glad I saw you pop up there, man. I need to talk to Jay and Lee about the next beer tour. You know, we were putting that off because Drew's heart surgery that was scheduled, and now that that's been postponed, I guess we can go ahead and plan that thing. Robert Gremion, good morning. Thank you, Dustin. That's very kind. Says glad we're back home. Stephen Ruckman, Leroy Blanchard, Kevin Toller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The star of the show, Drew Scone. He is, and it doesn't even upset me. Get this a little balanced. Get this balanced a little better, y'all. We're a little off balance here. A little off kilter. There, that should be better. A little even shot. That's the it's the mass comm major in me, learning how to frame shots and whatnot. But bothering me that we're a little crooked. I need to level that thing off. Normally got a level on a tripod, make sure all that stuff is straight. Let's see, Devin Kelly, good morning. What y'all doing? Happy Friday. Randy, Boyce Yarbo, good morning, Boyce. Shelby Kelly, beautiful day for baseball, Scone. Can't wait to hear you and Terry break down this team today. So, today is LSU Baseball Media Day. Paul Maneri will meet with the media in the Champions Club at Alec Box Stadium. So, Paul usually spends a very long time, very detailed, going player by player on the roster. And then he'll take questions, and that goes for a long time. We'll go over an hour with that. And then the players are available for interviews. And then they have their first practice today. So USA Today a preseason poll came out yesterday. LSU number 1, Vandy 2, Florida 3. So top 3 teams in the country from the SEC. Big day. If y'all got anything you want us to ask specifically of a Paul Maneri or any of the players, shoot me a message. Happy to get that done. But this, it's an exciting time, man. You have basketball who's on a roll. They're heading up to Missouri to play. And then baseball starts practice today. Walk? Walk to Home Depot or walk while you're at Home Depot? Huh? Hey, did we FaceTime with Momo last night? Momo and Lily? Did we talk to them last night? And did you say the names of everybody you know? Hey, can you say, who do you know?
Grammy.
Grammy and Gramsci. Who else? Dom. Okay, he doesn't want to play that game again.
Home Depot.
Home Depot, okay. There's Grammy and Grams. Do you know Dominic? Dominic. That's his little baby cousin. Dominic is, how many months old is Dominic? Dominic was born in September. 5 months old? Yeah, that's our youngest cousin. Let's see. Trivia. Morning. Heading to Waveland, Mississippi for work, then back home to Pensacola. There you go, man. Pensacola. That's some good times in Pensacola. Get out this weekend trivia. Go over to Club La Vila and enjoy some Club La Vila. You got every now and again. You just got to hit up Club La Vila. Good morning from Houston. Thank you, Adrian Smith. Appreciate that. While you're in Houston, go hit up some Topgolf, Adrian Smith. Love me some Topgolf. Going to Topgolf on Sunday, as a matter of fact. Father-in-law's birthday, so we rented some like 2 bays, so the whole family will go. We'll go do a little party there. It'll be fun. James Tyrone, what's up? Hey, Uncle Mike, good morning. Eric Bridgewater, good morning. Let's see, Brady Smith, good morning. Matt and Drew, another Pelicans loss. Time to start playing for the ping pong ball sound on AFR. It's an interesting question, Brady. So I did actually talk about this on AFR yesterday. And it's funny you ask. I'm actually repping an old throwback Hornet shirt this morning. So I didn't check the standings this morning, but yesterday I checked them on AFR. There were only 4 games yesterday out of 8th. So 4 games out of playoffs. And they're only 6.5 out of the 4 seed. So they're going to get healthy. I mean, Mirotic is hurt again. Like, they'll get him back. They'll get AD back. Once they're healthy, provided they get there, there's no reason they can't go on a run like they did at the end of last season after Boogie got hurt. Yeah. So, is it enough to make up 6.5 games and climb all the way back to hosting a first round series? Probably not. Could they make up 4 games and get back in the playoffs? Yeah. They could do that. So not ready to play for ping pong balls just yet. Now, if you trade AD, but we'll see if Dell Demps can pull a rabbit out of his hat, man. Somehow, some way, convince Anthony Davis that signing the Supermax is exactly what he needs for his career. Let's see. Joey Painitz, what's up, man? Let's see, Randy, can you guys do a whiskey and wine for any basketball games? That's an interesting thought. We've knocked around the idea of baseball, like after the SEC weekend series, like doing a Sunday or like as soon as Game 3 of the series goes final, doing a recap.
Home Depot.
I think that's
Home Depot.
Home Depot. And I think we probably should plan. You are.
Grammy Grant.
Grammy and Grams. Grammy does not make that sound.
Alabama.
And she does not go to Albertsons either.
Wanted to Scone.
Huh?
Yeah. Peter.
Uh-oh. What are you doing over there?
Home Depot.
What are you doing? Are you blocking any? He's trying to block somebody. He's trying to add somebody to the conversation. Let's not do that, okay?
Go from my tent.
Go to Fremontet.
Alabama. Elmo.
Elmo.
Oh,
Oh, Lord. He's coming. Okay. So, Randy's probably a good idea as far as whiskey and wine for basketball. Plan ahead for, like, one of the big weekend games coming up. And try to do it on a Saturday afternoon after one of those big games. I don't know if it would work for a midweek. Like, whenever they... Let's see, what's ahead here? I know the schedule sequentially because they've got Missouri tomorrow, and then they play Arkansas next week, and then after Arkansas they're at Mississippi State next Saturday. Then they're home against. So I see the Auburn game's a midweek game. But then they're at, maybe at Kentucky. Maybe we could do a whiskey and wine for the at Kentucky game. No, forgive me. I forgot about A&M. Okay, so at Missouri, then they're at A&M Wednesday. Arkansas is next Saturday. They're at Mississippi State on Wednesday. Then they're home next Saturday against Auburn. Maybe that's the one to do. Not next Saturday, but the following, February 6th. That's the Saturday after the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, February 9th. February 9th, sorry. That's the Saturday after the Super Bowl. That's probably the one we target, maybe.
Home Depot.
Ooh, and then the 23rd, they're home against Tennessee. That's probably another one, too. Yeah, I like it. I like that idea. Maybe we'll see if we do those two. I think that's a good idea. All right, check that out. Are you... What are you doing? What are you doing? Home Depot. Okay. So, drinking my coffee this morning out of a Yeti. See people do this all the time. You know, I like it. It keeps the coffee a little hotter. I like it. Oh, does that say? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that's what that said. Oh. Maybe I'll do this.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. It's really, really good. It's good. It's good. Hey, can we please stop blocking people? You got me. Do you just swipe someone off of there, Drew? I'm sorry, somebody just got blocked.
Happy Baja Depot.
Home Depot. Happy Baja Home Depot. Happy Baja Home Depot. Okay, I got you. Okay. Good. Now that I got you, anyway, you can't go block anybody. All right. Adam Tower, Craig Schilling, Ben Clark, Randy Whitehead, Charlie Cavell. Good morning, fellas. Good morning. Thank you for being there. Sorry for whoever just got blocked. I will unblock you after the show, although you didn't hear me say that, so it's kind of inconsequential. This computer sucks. All right. Hey, Matt, enjoying a cup of coffee? On you, Ben? Home Depot. Mama is going to take you to Home Depot. Can you believe that that's a reality? That's IRL. Let's see. Blaine Allen, Kelly Davis, Brett Dykes. Good morning. Just as an FYI, y'all, as well, our garage door broke yesterday, so someone's coming this morning between 8 and 10 to fix it, and they're going to give me a courtesy call before they do. So if the screen goes kaput at some point, it's probably because either Drew did it or that guy's calling me. Home Depot. Oh, okay, you can just cuddle. I thought you were trying to get down. I love you. So sweet. I love you. I love you. Well, Mama will take you to Home Depot. If you can believe it. Let's see. Chris Keller, good morning. Sam Bacon, starting rotation, #1 team realistic. Starting rotation. So I'm curious to see what Maneri's going to say about the opening weekend, because a lot of times he will, I've mentioned this before, I know, but he will defer to veteran guys on opening day and opening weekend. Wow. Like, I think last year, no, Hess started there, but Gilbert was the Saturday guy. I remember the first game in the new box. Wow. Lewis Coleman. So even though Renato was the Friday night guy, Lewis Coleman started. They played Villanova in 2009, the first game ever at the new box. Wow. And Coleman started. Hi. Home Depot. Okay. He's singing Phenomena. He's singing Phenomena. Doo-doo. Phenomena. Doo-doo-doo. He's trying. Anyway, but Sam, so my feeling on the rotation is by the time they get to conference play, it will be Hess, and Hess is going to be your Friday night guy. We don't even need to have that conversation. Hess, Marceau, Eric Walker. Hess came back, and a big contingent of that was he was going to be starting. Hess is not going back to the bullpen. He's going to be the Friday night guy. Hess, Marceau, Walker, I think is going to be your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By the time they get to conference play, but even if that's not it, opening weekend, I think that's going to be it. By the time they open conference play, and that obviously leaves out Mikhail Hilliard, who was so good for LSU last year. But it goes to show you just how many options they got this year. And I think Hilliard goes to the bullpen. I don't think they would spend him in the midweek. I think they would much rather have him for long relief, on the weekend. Let's see. Josh Long, good morning. Tim Witten, good morning. Trivia, come on, Drew. What did that say? Invite me, please. Trivia, even if he did, I'd block you. Come on now. Ain't nobody coming up on this show. Hey, Dusty, good morning. Kirk Taylor, Stephen Bro. Devin Kelly, February 9th is my birthday. There you go, Devin. Happy early birthday by 2 weeks. Let's see. Invite me, Drew Preston. I'll give you all the Elmo Ducks. Why do y'all want to come? I don't understand why y'all want to come on this show. I don't understand. Most people just want to sit there and watch. Sean Ewing, Robert Barlow, good morning. Like, what would we talk about? Dustin Balello, good morning. Home Depot over Fresh Market. Well, not exactly, Dustin. On Fridays, he knows when Mama comes, and that's my mom. Mama comes to spend Fridays with him. She takes him to Home Depot. That's their thing. Home Depot. So he knows. I told him Mama's coming today, and so he knows when Mama comes, they go in Mama's car to Home Depot. So that's why he's all. We went to Fue Matet last night. Awa Basan. No. We went to Fue Matet last night. Chris Keller, the Yankees sucks. Sorry, Scone. Oh, that's interesting. The Yankees suck. Okay, well, let's see. Let me consult the history of the New York Yankees presented to Matt Moscona. Shall we, Chris? Let's determine if, in fact, the Yankees suck. Let's see. History of the New York Yankees. Wow, there's Babe Ruth. I don't think he sucked. Wow, this is really impressive, all this stuff with the New York Yankees. 27 world championships they won. That's incredible. The Yankees won the title, 6-4 victory, enters a $1 million series. Wow. This is a pretty big book. For an organization that sucks, you really wouldn't think they'd win that many titles, huh? That's impressive, though. But I'm sure you're right, Chris. I'm sure they suck. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Chris. Good job. Good job. Good job, Chris Keller. I'm sure you're right. They suck. I'll disregard that gigantic book that talks about their storied history, but I'm sure they suck. Let's see. Tim Witten, live that cup. I'll live it, Tim. I think you meant love that cup. Let's see. Now we're getting all the good Yankee hate. I'm so fired up about it. Kevin Toller, does Drew get paid per mention for Home Depot? My man's done got college paid for. I wish, man. What if we could do something like that? Get Home Depot to do pre-rolls. Meridoc Matt with the throwback Hornets long sleeve. You better believe it. Old Adidas style, too. Does Brain have all the baseball drops ready? Well, the only one he needs, because, Bain's not playing anymore. We never really adopted the Bain drop. And Cartwright's not playing anymore, but I guess Cartwright's going to come on the show, so he'll need Cartwright. The one we really need, obviously, is Todd Peterson. I will be devastated when Todd Peterson is not pitching on this team anymore. Jesse McGraw. Matt, how are we looking for getting the 5-star defensive tackle? Guess you're talking about Ish Sofshire, and he actually has lost his 5th star. He's fallen down the rankings, so he's no longer a 5-star. And I want to prepare you all for something, and I hope this resonates. So a few things. Number one, Ish Sofshire is going to Alabama. Number two, I don't think he's that good, and I'm not telling you based on anything I've seen. That's my opinion because I have not seen the kid play. I don't scout high school football players. I have no idea. We're going to stop doing that. Stop deleting people. But this feels like it's one of those situations, and I'm telling you my read on it because I have had enough coaches and people at the elite camps that have related this to me. That it's a situation where kid as a young guy was just bigger than everybody. And so he dominated when he was younger. So he got all this hype, this recruiting hype. I don't get the sense talking to people that Ish loves football. It's sort of a means to an end, which is fine if that's the case. But also that he's got a long, long way to go to become a dominant player at the next level. And that the other two guys that they're in on in this class are both better prospects than Sofsher. But in some respects, they feel like they've got to get him because he's a highly rated local kid. And you know what I mean? Like, you got to get him. I'll give you my read on this. If you want a comparison, this to me feels like in 2014 when everybody was just flabbergasted that they didn't get Hootie Jones. Hootie Jones was the Monroe kid, went to Alabama, and everyone just, like, we'd all heard Hootie Jones forever. And he had a cool name. It was Hootie. And they didn't get Hootie Jones, but the safety they did get in that class instead was a kid out of Dallas named Jamal Adams. And that worked out okay. This feels like the same thing to me. Everybody wants the local kid because you've heard his name forever. The more I talk to coaches, high school coaches that coached against him, that watched him, people at the elite camps, like, I keep hearing the same thing independent of each other with all of these kids, like, from all of these people about Sofsher. Like, yeah, you're better off getting that guy. But everyone knows perception, like, you've got to recruit the Louisiana kid. And maybe he'll end up hitting his stride and being awesome. And good for him if that happens. But I think LSU's not going to get him. And they're going to get one of the other two guys they're after, and they're going to be better off for it. There's my 2 cents. Carl Dunn. What's up, Carly Cat? Charlie Kidd will be at 9:58. Are you talking about the guy coming to fix the garage door? We'll see. They'll be here between 8 and 10, and they will give me a courtesy call prior. James McCormick, good morning. Adam Penny for Paul Marinara. My father-in-law says the same thing. He goes, how's marinara sauce doing? A lot of boom outside. How did the guys handle expectations this year? Okay, I'll ask him that. I know what his answer is going to be. When you come to LSU, you expect the expectations. I never hit the share button. Hopefully y'all will do that as well. I'm sharing it right now. That'll be his answer. It's, you come to LSU expecting to play. That's the expectation every year is to play for the national title. So you don't come here if you don't embrace that. That will be his answer. But maybe I'll ask him if this feels different. Like last year, certainly fans could have had that expectation. It wasn't realistic last year, especially after, Walker went down and all the injuries you had. If Walker had pitched last year, you're probably maybe not a national seed, but you're hosting a regional, So it feels a little different. Last year might have been a little different with Walker. It would have been different with Walker. Let's just be real. You ended up having to have Mikhail Hilliard step up in a gigantic spot to be your Saturday guy when nobody expected him really even to pitch much last year. And then you didn't have a number 3. If you could have gone Hess, Walker, Walker, Hess in whatever order, and then Hilliard becomes your 3 and establishes pretty different field last year. Anyway, the expectations are very legitimate this year. Kirk Taylor, who's going to be the closer? That would be Todd Peterson. Remember, you got Devin Fontenot back as well, but I expect Todd Peterson will close. And they used Fontenot a bunch last year. Fontenot was great in spots last year. Caleb Gilbert's back. He pitched all last year with a bum shoulder. Got it repaired this offseason. He's ready to roll. Hey, Aunt Sharon, good morning. Shelby asked about Caleb Gilbert's role. Bless you. I think it'll be a long reliever. I'm curious to see who starts in the midweek. Nicole Cox, good morning. Ooh, yeah. Let's see, Dustin, do you think we return everyone for next year, including Nas? No. I think Nas and Tremont are probably both going pro. And then obviously you've got Cavell, who's a senior. So, but everyone else I think is back. I think Javante's back. I think Darius Days is back. I think Emmett Williams is back. Marlon Taylor is back. I hope Skylar Mays returns for his senior year. That'd be awesome. He's playing so well right now. But, guys typically don't stay 4 years in college. But if, I would love to see Skylar Mays feel like he could come back and do something really special. If he stays for a senior year, he would solidify himself, in the record books at LSU. Consider minutes played, just the accrual of stats, because most guys don't stay 4 years. So, anyway, I'd love to see that. But I do think Nas will put his name to go through the draft process, to see what the feedback is. And Tremont did it last year. And I think he's. I don't know this, but my guess is if he was thinking it, last year, he'll certainly be thinking it again this year. Let's see. Jerry Carter, is Walker back 100%? 100%. He'll be in the rotation. Cheryl, happy boy, he is for sure. Chris Kohlmeyer, Todd Peterson for DH. He hits nukes. He'll not be DHing, but I'm good letting it be like that one moment forever. It's a joke. Oh, you're talking about coming on the thing? I'm teasing you, man. I know. Oh, all the Yankees hate is so fun. Charleville. Good morning. Let's see, being a Pats fan, I know how it feels to pull out all the rings and Lombardis. Here's the difference, Dustin. Here's the difference. If I look at your bio and you're not from Boston, then you're a total poser. I mean, if you're from Dustin Bolello, if you're from Louisiana and you're trying to tell me you're a Patriots fan, you are a total poser, like front-running poser, because the Patriots sucked for a long time, man. Like laughingstock of the NFL. I can't believe anybody from Louisiana is a Patriot, unless if you are from Boston. That's like people from Louisiana. I'm a Lakers fan. Get out of here, man. Carrie Hughes. Good morning, Carrie. Ella, good morning. Kevin Toller. He will be eased back, but good to go. I don't know what that is. Jason Bourgeois. Good morning. Matt sounds like a Cowboy fan living in the Yankees past. Trivia. Past. We could live in the present. Had a couple of good playoff runs the last 2 years. Boston was awesome last year. Just what it is. The Red Sox had a great team last year. They were awesome. Just ran into a great team. But I love what the Yankees have done this offseason. Signed Ottavino yesterday. I love that they traded off Sonny Gray, who's just a sieve. Hi. Just an albatross around their franchise's neck. I love that they added DJ LeMahieu, very practical addition. You're getting a great bat, a versatile infielder, who, when he's done playing the middle infield or third base, can go play first base and still hit for you. I love it. I think they did awesome this offseason. Jason Meeks, good morning. Everett Email, good morning. Craig Savoy, good morning. Cubs fan loser for 100 years. Chances Todd Peterson hits another nuke, not good. Kerry Poston, go Braves. I sort of understand the people who are in their 30s that are Braves fans, because if you grew up watching them on Turner, I do understand it. Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz and Chipper and all those guys. I do get that. Dustin Softer is lazy, has a bad attitude. Bama can have him. Heard that a lot. I don't know the kid. Hard to cast judgment. Never seen him play, but I've heard that from enough coaches and people at the elite camps and all that stuff. It's kind of the same. That's like the book. That's the narrative that's out on him. Bring in Todd like you do Cartwright. Dude, is a great interview.
Home Depot.
Reference the post game when he had the clutch hit. Shelby, you must have missed it, man. You have to go back and listen because we had. So that was on the Home Depot. That was on a Thursday at the SEC tournament when he hit the nuke. The next day we had him on the show. Note. And we talked about the Todd Peterson drop and everything. He loved it. So I explained the whole thing. Maybe I'll pull that back out. Pull that audio out. That was a classic moment. So we had Todd on the show last year, the day after he hit the nuke.
No.
Randy, any news on the wide receiver? If that's a kid out of Amy, they feel like they're getting him. They felt that for a long time. He could play safety too, right? He could play receiver or safety.
No.
No.
Newt.
Newt. You don't get to block your kisses. You don't get to block kisses from your daddy. That's a rule. That's a rule. You don't get to block my kisses. You don't get to block my kisses. That's a rule. Home Depot. Elmo. I shall why? I love you. I love you. Hey, John Boudreaux, UCBO, good morning. Jared Watts, good morning. Charlie, who's running the Not Matt Moscona Twitter? I have no idea. Let's see. And a lot, there are people that have asked me that. I have no idea. I don't follow it. I don't care. That probably sounds strange to some people. Honestly, like in a very clear moment of candor, when like professionally, Home Depot. I am so singularly focused. I don't worry too much about the perimeter, as a former football coach might say. I don't listen to other shows. I don't watch talk shows on TV. I read all of your comments. I mean, I consume all of you, so I know what my audience cares about, wants to hear about. I try to respond to all my tweets and Facebook messages and just I try to engage my audience. That's kind of what I consume. I don't watch First Take. I don't listen to other people's radio shows. You know what I mean? I just kind of stay in my lane. So anyway, weird, I know, but it works for me. Let's see, Dustin, third base, second, and I think Garza is your starting catcher. Well, Garza is not catching to start the season because he had meniscus surgery. So Garza might DH or play first to start the season, but he's not going to catch to start the season. Home Depot. Home Depot. Home Depot. That's a fake line.
He got you.
Home Depot. Home Depot. What? Elmo. Okay. Boy. 8 o'clock. We haven't through all these questions yet. Ronnie, do midweek games matter? No, they do not. Never have, never will. Let's see. Cisco kid in the house at Missouri looms. No let up. I need something else. Not sure if y'all saw this. I mentioned it yesterday. Missouri had 2 injuries in their game against Arkansas the other day. One of them was one of their starting guards. Guy's name is Mark Smith, who is their second leading scorer. He averages 12 and 5, 12.6 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. He rolled his ankle, looked bad. I don't know if he's going to go. And then the other guy hurt his back. It was Javon Pickett, who averages 7 a game. Hurt his back the other night against Arkansas. I am curious to see if either of those guys go. So, anyway. Let's see. Good morning, Matt and Drew. Any sort of special segment with Austin Bain? Matthew, I'd love to do that. Hester is going to have Bain on sort of weekly, but Bain and I are planning something else that I think is going to be pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. We're going to pull it off. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. Kevin Toller, no Matt, but it's Twitter Gold. Stephen Miller, what's up, dude? Kevin Toller, I think Taylor could test the draft waters. He will test through the roof. No, Marlon Taylor's not going to get drafted. He's not enough of a scorer. His defensive proficiency, I think, is what might keep him on a roster at the next level. But he reminds me athletically a lot of like Blakeney or Sampson. The difference is those two guys could score. Like they could just flat fill it up. They could go to the D League and average 20. Like Marlon Taylor's not going to do that. He's got to be around the rim. He's actually shot surprisingly well, but it's more like when he has a set shot and he's facing the goal, like he's filled it up a little bit. But that's about it. Lindsay Scheck, hey Lindsay, good morning. Lord Prophet, good morning. Stephen Miller, Red Sox poser. I know that's you, Stephen. I know you're a Red Sox poser. It annoys me to no end, man. My whole life, nobody around here ever. That was the guy coming to fix the garage door. So I apologize for the interruption there. Told y'all it was gonna happen. 8:03. Said between 8 and 10. 8:03. They're on it. That was Mark. So Mark's coming to fix the garage door. Let's see. James Pittman, good morning. Dustin Balello. Kevin Falk was my favorite Tiger growing up. When he got drafted, I followed him wherever he went. He was a Patriot his whole career. Get out of here with that, Dustin. I like Kevin Falk too, and you can cheer for Kevin Falk without becoming a Patriots fan. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous argument. Ridiculous. Josh Long, I like the Lakers when they had Shaq. Similar. When you could cheer for Shaq with the Lakers, but when Shaq left, why are you still cheering for the Lakers? You got no tie to the Lakers. Get out of here with that. Shelly Malonzo. What's up, Shelly? Ronnie Duga. How are you a Yankees fan? Ask my dad, Ronnie Duga, and I'll tell you this much. Being a Yankees fan as a kid sucked because the Yankees sucked when I was a kid. It was not fun. They sucked. We had one glimmer in 95, and then Edgar Martinez and Griffey Jr. robbed us of it. You realize Don Mattingly played in one playoff game his entire career? That was my childhood. And then they won it all the next year, 96. And then they went on that amazing run from 98 to 2000. And then I went to the series in 01 up in New York after 9/11, which is like my greatest sports experience ever. I saw games 4 and 5. And that's when they lost in 7. Luis Gonzalez. Anyway. Stephen Miller, opening weekend at the box. Who you got as weekend starters? You're late to the party. Stephen Miller already went through that. I think you're on Hess, Marceau, Walker. Well, you know what? Actually, you asked opening weekend. I don't know what it's going to be opening weekend. They may go Hess, Walker, Hilliard, or Hess, Hilliard, Walker opening weekend. We'll see. Maneri will tell us today. He'll flat tell us today. But I think by the time you get to conference play, it will be Hess, Marceau, Walker. I think that will be your. I will go on record and say I think that is your starting rotation when conference play starts. Dustin Balello. Falk was drafted the year before Brady and Belch. That's fine. And you can like Kevin Falk. And you could have cheered for Kevin Falk when he was in New England. I was thrilled for Kevin Falk when he was winning championships with the Patriots. Rohan was a backup with the Patriots. Remember, for a while, the Patriots were like LSU North. They had Jarvis Green. They had Eric Alexander. They had a lot of guys. It's great. And none of them are there anymore. And you've got no tie. Absurd. Absurd. Joe Juba, what's up, dude? Grew up watching the Cubs on WGN. Whatever. Oh, I'm a Cubs fan. I like Harry Carey. See, that's another thing. Like, I grew up watching the Cubs on WGN, and as a kid, liked the Cubs too. Ryan Sandberg was my favorite player. I used to wear flip shades and play second base because of Ryan Sandberg. Loved him. Thought he had so much swag. Cried a little bit when he got in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't mean like I'm this bullish, diehard, lifelong Cubs fan. Whatevs. Rodney, I used to be a Braves and Celtics fan. Jesus. Oh my God. Let's see. Jordy's running solo this morning. Oh, God, it sucks. What's going on with that? Could have called me, man. I would have gone in there with him. Oh, well. Trivia. Hey, everybody, make sure you have perfect grammar. Matt, the English teacher, is back. Trivia, it's not about having perfect grammar, but if I'm doing something wrong, I'd rather know it than not know it. Like if I am pronouncing something or spelling something incorrectly, I would rather somebody tell me so that I can correct it moving forward. That, dude, all that is right there, that's just pride and ego. Like, that's all that is. If you don't want somebody to tell you you're doing, I would rather somebody tell me I'm wrong. I mean, that happens all the time. Hey, man, you messed that up. Oh, thanks. So I can correct it so I don't keep doing it wrong. That's all. That's all. Come on, dog. Let's see. Chris Keller, glad you asked Mike D about Dez yesterday. Was wondering what he thinks about it. Yeah, that was interesting, man. I'm curious to see if Dez can go back from that injury. It's almost like because he never played, it's like out of sight, out of mind, you know? Philip Kearney, good morning. Mike Peralt, good morning. Darren James, what's up, DJ? You need to sell your home. Call Darren James. Get your home sold. That's my guy right there, man. Nobody works harder than that guy. I mean, incredible. Just different. Like, spend 5 minutes talking to Darren. Spend 2 minutes talking to Darren. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get what I'm talking about. Just different. Just a different dude, man. Works his face off, man. Shelby Kelly, I heard it the AFR with the drop. That would just be a good way to keep the drop alive for a long time. Oh, the Todd Peterson thing? Yeah. Let's see. Mark Peralt, good morning. Robert Grimiel, good morning. Yeah, DJ. Matt Boyles, good morning. Charlie Cavell, great form of flattery. Home Depot. Well, Momo's coming to take you to Home Depot in a little bit. Let's see. Jeffrey Bone, Kenny Lafferty, good morning. Oh, gosh, I'm late. Let's see. Stephen Miller, watching any talk show on ESPN will 100% rock your brain. Gerald Mathern, good morning, bud. That not Matt guy followed me after our ESPN money thing. What ESPN money thing? And just by the way, like one of the ways that it's a tactic, and I hate it, but people do it. One of the ways that people build up an artificial following on social media is they'll go follow people. Like if you'll notice sometimes, if somebody will follow 100,000 people, so they'll get a follow back. But the problem with that is there's no engagement. Like the key to social media is having a legitimate following, and you do that by engaging with your audience. I mean, it's otherwise it's just an accrual of numbers that serves no purpose. Clap hands for Mimi comes home. Clap hands for Home Depot. Mama. Home Depot is where we go with Mama. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Dusty. That's very nice. Stephen Miller. Brock Mathis will be your opening weekend catcher. Very, very, very strong possibility that is true. Let's see. Drew has a little alfalfa today. He does. I mentioned that earlier. He does. If I wish his mom was watching. If Erica was watching right now, she'd be like, hey, that hair, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Go fix it. What are you singing? I like to eat. Home Depot. You don't eat Home Depot. Got him. Okay. Stand up. Let's see. You're not missing anything by watching First Take. Kind of the point. Let's see. Gaston, good morning. Jason Bourgeois, got to break the Elmo voice on AFAR. Kevin Toller, Lee, legit player, will play defense in the safety spot. Oh, Devontae Lee. Stephen Miller, I'd rather listen to Lee talk about Or Uncle Larry. Dude, the funny thing is, man, like, you can crack on that, but do you honestly think, real talk here, do you honestly think if those didn't work, that I'd keep doing them? Like, as calculated as I am about everything, do you honestly, like, for example, for those that don't know, Lee Feinswag comes on my show. Lee was an LSU beat writer for The Advocate for like 30 years. There's a whole generation of my audience that has known who Lee is for 30 years. Like, younger people don't get it because he hasn't been the beat writer for The Advocate for 15 years, 20, whatever. And he talks about volleyball and all that stuff. But there's more people that think all of that's hilarious and love the beer element of that, and people that will listen just because it's so, like, listen because it upsets them. If it didn't work, I wouldn't be doing it. I would just have somebody on because it was no good. Everything I do is calculated. Everything. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, Terry got him to do it a long time ago. The Elmo, I think I did the Elmo voice on air. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. Bane Train, Jennifer Allen, good morning. Kevin Toller, soft, you're lazy, not a football junkie, but need him to help with the Tanja Parish football player, Valentine. Valentine was told Shelvin with less upside, but similar, yeah. Cole Lejeune, Brett Dawson. I tell you another one people aren't going to want to hear. Another one people aren't going to want to hear is the offensive lineman from Southern Lab, Cardell Thomas. Like, hush, a lot of people are super not high on him. Like, went to the elite camp circuit and was just not good. And, you know, there just aren't that many high school offensive guards that are 360 pounds that project and do well. Like, typically you've got guys that in high school are 280, 290 that get bigger, not 360 in high school. People are bullish on Cardell Thomas. I'm telling you, like, that's the same stuff I've heard about Sofsher. People say about Thomas. And not the work ethic and all that stuff, but just, like, the player. Let's see. What's up, Dad? Good morning. I like Matt, but T-Bob is crap. T-Bob is crap. Oh, God. I love to jab T-Bob. It's so fun. He gives it back to me, too. I mean, if you dish it out, you got to take it, but it's fun. T-Bob's on. I didn't know T-Bob was on vacation. I saw him a couple days ago. Like, I was walking in when he was walking out. We went backside, had a few drinks, but all we kept talking about glory days. Yeah, pass you by, glory days. And we got the young girls like glory days. Glory days. You're welcome. Buzzy was hunting today. Ronnie Dugas. Everyone can have a story with their team like you and your dad. Not exactly, Ronnie, because that's legitimate, and other people are just front runners that like the Patriots because they win. That's real talk, bro. Real talk. Let's see. Dustin, am I crazy to feel confident that LSU is a Sweet 16 lock? Of course you're crazy, Dustin, because Lehigh beat Duke and UMBC beat Virginia last year. Nothing is a lock in the NCAA tournament. If you've ever watched the tournament, that's the one thing that's a lock, is that nothing's a lock. Like, that would be my sincere hope for them, that they get... Oh, the garage door guy's here. My sincere hope is that they avoid the 7, 8, 9, 10 seeds, so that if they're a 6 or better, they'll avoid playing a 1 or 2 in the second round. That's my hope for them. If they do that, then I think they can go to the Sweet 16. Dawn, is Teddy Bridgewater going to succeed Drew Brees? I don't think there's going to be as big a market for Teddy this offseason as some do. Mike D and I disagreed on this yesterday. I could be completely wrong, but we'll see. See, look at the people talking about how they like Lee's segment. Charlie, Eric, Gerald. Telling y'all, man. All right, I got to go because the garage door guy's here. Y'all have an awesome day. Thank you for watching, as always. Locked on LSU podcast. Please subscribe. We'll do the live Q&A. AFR today at 3. Terrio in studio. Tons of LSU baseball stuff today. Going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate y'all sincerely, and we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Later. Go Yankees.